Well, good afternoon. This is Mike, Southwest Virginia Land Clearing, and I'm very happy to announce that we're doing a first run on the new machine. So here it is, Takeuchi TL12-V2, and if you saw my previous video, we introduced this head by FAE, and I talked more about it in there, so I'm not going to do it again here, but I ran this on the Bobcat for a handful of jobs. I haven't run it in probably 6 or 8 weeks now, so I just cleaned it up some. The teeth that are on it are still the original OEM teeth that came on it, and they're still in okay shape, but they're kind of end of life. So I'm going to go ahead and run them for now, for today. But here she is. It's a lot bigger. The primary controls on it are they work the same pretty much as far as the drive controls, but it feels very different. And so there's still, you know, even though the controls are so similar, there's going to be some learning curve on it. So, but anyway, I'm not going to do a full tour of the machine, but I will just say, you know, just everything is bigger. So it's enormous inside. It sits a lot higher, and it's heavy and it's powerful. And when we did a test spin on this head earlier, it was awesome. So I expect this thing's going to cut like a champ. So anyway, I'm going to now, if anybody saw my first run video, it wasn't actually on this channel, it was on my Merit Skid Steer Services channel. Maybe I'll link that up there. But this is where I did my first run here, which is my own backyard. And so if you saw that video, you may recognize the area back here. I've kind of let it grow up because I stopped keeping my equipment back here. Back, you know, 2.5 years ago when I did that, I actually kept all my stuff right here. But so you can see where I've cut over this back here, and I've cut over it significantly more since that video, because back then this was all grown up and I just sort of cut my way down through here and a little bit over here. And so I've spent a couple more sessions back here, and so now I've got it mostly cleared out back here, but it's not finished very well. So you can see there's still a lot of big debris. And then recently I cut a bunch of stuff out of the yard and had a couple branches down. Had a branch out of this big tree and that great big maple that's way over there. Dragged a bunch of that stuff in here, and first thing I'm going to do is grind that stuff up, and then I think I'm just going to go through here and finish. I may take another tree or two out, but mostly I'm going to go through here and just kind of finish this up a little better. It is evening time and people in the neighborhood are starting to get home and everything, so I'm probably not going to be out here too much this evening. I may just do a little bit now, come back out in the morning. But glad you're here. Hit that subscribe button, and let's have fun. Thanks. Well, there was the first run. It was it's different. It's really different. It cuts like a champ. There's some nuances to it that are very different. The feel of it is extremely different from what I am used to. So I probably want to get another couple hours on it before I get it out on a job. But man, it turned this stuff into dust really fast. So it's very exciting. It's just you guys got to figure out, because the angles on the different machines and different heads are different, and you want to engage the ground in a consistent way and not dig into it too much, but not get too high above it that you miss it either. And it's hard to tell from way up in there exactly how your ground engagement is. So that just takes time in doing it. But yeah. So anyway, it's I think I was engaging the ground a whole lot here because I cut a lot of stuff here, and then I'm right down into the mud. So but boy, it toasted these trees down here. In fact, I can barely tell where the trees even were. I mean, there's a little bit of fine stuff here, but again, I was just right down into the mud here, and actually was spinning down here a little bit. So there's really, I mean, look at this. This is amazing. Those were hardwoods. Those are pretty, you know, pretty stringy. Here's there's a little bit of stringy stuff down here in this mud, but I didn't realize it was so wet down here. But that's pretty good. Pretty good. Just need to spend a little more time with it. So I'll probably get a little more. I'll definitely come out here and do a little more tomorrow, and maybe I'll add that to this. Maybe not. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's always exciting getting something new involved. So appreciate you being here, and like I said, hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. Thanks.